Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. Boog, nice. Coming at you with another daily update. So, New York Comic Con 2024, Day 4, Sunday, October 20th, 2024. Last day of the con. Think I am going to go back in today just to do a little final sweep, but just a recap so far. Thursday, the 17th was the first day. Got to meet up with my boy Brandon, aka Multiple Productions, aka Batman the Articulated Series. Stopped over at the Mesco booth, bumped into quite a few people over there. You can see Jesse Falcon. As usual, the Mesco booth looked great in terms of how everything was set up. I'm sure Darius there did all of the posing and what have you. As I've been saying for a while, I've been slowly kind of backing away from Mesco. I did get charged for that Robin recently, but a few of the new things that we saw from Mesco right off the bat was this Samurai Jack, Doc Savage, a movie, Conan, Mask is out, you know that. But the big thing was finally we're going to get a Mezco Thor. I've been saying for years that a classic comic book-esque Thor is ripe for, Mezco's style. But I've seen this thing in person and it does look a little undersized. Fabio said that this was on the Conan body, the other Conan, not this newer movie one, but, this Conan, one of Mezco's best figures. Shameless ask here. Anybody out there holding on to a King Conan, hit me up. But yeah, this clearly says that this is not the final version of Thor, so I don't know what's going to happen when it's all said and done. But I do like the head sculpt a lot, and we'll have to see where this goes. They had him lined up next to Captain America, which I think I will double back for at some point, and Iron Man, which I totally forgot I have. And this will complete a big three from Mezco. Many years in the making. Went over and hung out at Mondo for a little while. Had quite a few great interactions over there. Hopefully we will get Hector, maybe Bob from Mondo onto the podcast come the new year. That was a lot of the moving and shaking that I was doing this weekend, was setting up guests for the podcast and, networking and what have you. But Mondo had a lot of great things on display. As some of you may know, my boy Brandon, aka Posable Productions, aka Batman the Articulated Series, has been shooting promo shots and images for Mondo for, I guess, the better part of 2 years now. He told me that he did shoot this Scarecrow, so that should be coming up. And he was moving around in talks with, several brands trying to expand and shoot more, living the dream. In the evening, we actually ended up at a Mondo event that he was so kind to get me into. Obviously, it was a lot of industry folks there. That was great. Friday was the Hasbro panel. I pretty much went over that. That's when they revealed all of the new things from all of the Hasbro properties, as well as this new X-Men 97 Sentinel. And then we got a chance to see those things the next morning at the Hasbro breakfast. I'll double back to that stuff, but, I was checking out some of the Dragon Ball Z stuff, which is always great. They had quite a few things on display from this new show that's running. We talked about this on the podcast a bit this past Friday. Don't forget to check us out on Fridays, every Friday at about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast. But yeah, they got a couple of exclusives this weekend, Goku and Vegito. I think I'm going to run down to the Tamashi store and pick up Goku because they have him at the Tamashi store, and then I'll get Vegito at the con. They had Zarbon True Power on display. Power down Zarbon. Frieza here flanked by his lieutenants. This tree of Goku's here was really cool. Wow, I think I pretty much have all of these figures. I've been keeping up to date with the Dragon Ball Z stuff for sure. I may be about 5 or 6 figures shy of having a complete collection from SHF. Some of the variants and reissues and repaints I may not have. A couple of other big items that I want to double back for as well. But as I always say, I think the DBZ line is one of SH Figuarts' best lines for sure. Swung by NECA real quick just to see these 2012 TMNT figures. We haven't had these versions of the Turtles for quite a while, and the only version that we got was the Revoltech version. And these look great. I wouldn't buy them. I don't really purchase too many things from NECA. I just kind of live vicariously through some of you guys that get down with all of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. But, NECA's been doing really really good work. Stopped by Jada Toys, was chopping it up with June over there for a few minutes. They had the whole Street Fighter crew out looking very, very good. They had Chun-Li as an exclusive. Pretty sure she was the exclusive in San Diego Comic-Con as well. All of the Mega Man stuff looks very, very good. I mean, Jada is doing some wonderful things. A couple of these cereal figures, Frosted Flakes, Tony the Tiger, Fruity Pebbles, Barney and Fred, the Cocoa Puffs, all of that stuff looked really cool. But these Scooby-Doo figures looked very, very cool. Again, probably something that I wouldn't necessarily purchase, but I could see a lot of great displays, a lot of great ACBA with these things. And June was talking to me about this mummy and how wildly articulated it is and how they were able to hide a lot of the points of the articulation with the wraps. And this thing can really, really move. So that would be something that you should definitely pick up if you start doing Scooby-Doo. He definitely said that they were going to do the whole crew. Swung by the Diamond distribution booth, checked out a few things from Marvel Select, War Machine, Archangel, Annihilus. Come on, Hasbro, when we going to get a nice, fully detailed, updated Annihilus Hasbro Marvel Legends? But yeah, obviously Marvel Select has been doing really good work as well. Great paint work. But yeah, the Hasbro breakfast was cool. The spread was great. Lots of good food. They ordered too much food. They were trying to get us to take food away. I don't have any pictures or anything of the food, but they were trying to get people to take food in to-go containers after the fact. But a lot of cool things on display, obviously. G.I. Joe. That's the figure report there, actually talking to Tony. I'm definitely trying to build out my Dreadnoks. Continue to do that. In fact, I got to get my Road Pig from my man Danny. But yeah, all of this stuff looked great. Got to talk to Tony for quite a while too. He should be making an appearance on the show soon. Got a close look at all of the Secret Wars stuff, which looks phenomenal. Everything penless. Obviously, I talked about this stuff already. I'm really excited for this Spider-Man on the Amazing Fantasy 15 body, Black Suit Spider-Man. After a while, they ended up putting out She-Hulk and stacked her up next to Titania, so you could see a little size comparison there. So that was cool. I didn't know anything about this Star Wars show, the Skeleton Crew. First I heard of it was at the panel, but the figures look really good. They look nice. Packaging looks great. A couple of other characters from that show. I'm interested in this little scarf here, this little head wrap. Some vintage collection stuff that looks good. But man, the star of the show in terms of impressions online and people's interest, and yes, it was the Sentinel, but it was this Ecto-1 here, man. This thing looked phenomenal in person. Both versions, all of the lights and sounds and effects. I was told that it will take 3 AA batteries, I think he said, but it also has a USB component to plug it in as well. All the figures look really good, highly detailed. You Ghostbusters fans out there are going to have a lot of fun with this. It looks so good. And you know, this is a Haslab offering as it stands right now with 43 days left as I record this. They had about 4,829 backers, which is about a little over a third of the way to the minimum goal of 12,000. I didn't really look at the Transformer stuff. I do have maybe some promo images of that stuff. They had the Transforming Optimus on display, but you know, I could show the press images basically that they released. So that's cool. But yeah, obviously frequent viewers of my channel and Marvel fans worldwide were really hyped about this Sentinel. I talked about this in a previous video. I got to chop it up with Ryan for a couple of minutes about it. I may get to double back today to ask him some more questions, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, the Sentinel looks very good to me. I'm excited to see the progression of it. Over 80 points of articulation when it's all said and done. So yeah, it will move pretty well. Shout out to Hero Collections, Brandon, the other Brandon. He got this quick shot of me when I was talking to Ryan. But yeah, I got to chop it up with him for quite a while. Wonderful to meet you, man. Really cool dude. Shout out to the Geek Effect. Oh, and I forgot who else was with him when I bumped into him. I bumped into so many people this weekend, man. Shout out to Machu Toys. Shout out to my man Jamil. I got to hang out with a few people after the con last night. I don't have footage of any of this stuff or really pictures of any of this stuff, but shout out to Swift, Ed. Shout out to my man Talon, who was here from all the way from Australia. He hung out with us last night. Shout out to Emia. He's been holding it down, helping out quite a bit. He was able to pass along something really special for my daughter, so I really appreciate that. Yeah, man, it's been nice. It's been really, really fun. A really good, laid back, cool New York Comic Con 2024. All right, I'll tap back in with y'all shortly.
I'm in the game, I'm grinding, I got to play 24 hours in a day, 7 days out the week, I never sleep. I'm on my grizzly bear, 52 weeks out the year, yeah.